Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Before we get into our session, I just want to take a moment and thank our sponsor for this video, which is Endel. There is so much sensory and emotional input that we experience each day. It can be totally overwhelming for our senses, for our consciousness, our subconscious as well. And Endel can help by creating comfortable, specific to what you're working on at the moment, but personalized soundscapes designed to help you. Whether you're trying to relax, Endel can support you to calm your mind, creating feelings of comfort, safety, or if you're focusing or want to work with the focus theme, it's supporting productivity and helping you to hold your concentration on the task at hand. Or if sleep is what you're working with at the moment, it can lull you into a deep sleep with soft and gentle sounds. Endel is an environment-based nonprofit app that takes everything we know about sound and combines it with cutting-edge technology. Endel's patented core tech, called Endel Pacific, adapts in real time to personal input like location, weather, and even heart rate, supporting your circadian rhythms, your biological clock, which is always in tune with nature's organic rhythms and cycles. Endel complements these to improve how you feel day or night. And also, this is neuroscience backed. Brainwave studies show that Endel provides the fastest, most consistent focus verse playlist on streaming platforms. Endel has a beautiful, simple design. It's not overdone, and it's really easy to navigate. Not too many buttons or options or things to complicate while you're, getting ready to focus, or you just want to get into that relaxed state. And one of my favorite things about Endel is that they partner with amazing artists. And this month, Endel has partnered with James Blake to create a soundscape called Wind Down, which is designed to support a healthy routine before bed, easing you from evening to sleep with supportive sounds. And simply set your bedtime and let Endel put your body and mind in a state of rest. If you need help shifting gears for a nice deep rest, or if you're struggling to shake off the day at the end of the day, Endel is such a great app for that purpose. I personally love it so very much. The first 100 people to download Endel at my link below here in the video description will get a free week of audio experiences. So thank you so very much to Endel for sponsoring this video, and thank you so very much, my viewers, subscribers. I can't thank you enough. This wouldn't be possible without you. And now let's get into our session. Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Luna Nate, and today I'm creating a session, an energy work session with ASMR to support the physical, and whatever that means for you. That might be your manifestations materializing, or changes you want to make, or things you want to build in the physical, tactile, tangible sense. It could be healing the physical body, it could be relationships, doors opening here on the physical plane. It could be self-love, like just connecting to the body, the identity, who you are. However you want to use this, okay? It's totally up to you. You can use this as an almost elemental format as well. But we're going to start with our candle and move through this session. All right? I have some incense matches here. We're going to light our candle. Set an intention. Okay. behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and perfect alignment. Our intention today is to work in the physical, and whatever that might mean for you. So I'm going to leave it a little open and allow you to set your own intention here, to have a look at this light, this glow, this doorway, this portal, this gateway, this offering, and just send in your intention. Whether it's in your physical body or your physical experience, would you like to focus on today? Are you looking to clear some pathways? Are you looking to magnetize yourself in some sense? Is there some sort of disorder or dis-ease that you're experiencing that you would like to remedy? In a holistic sense, of course, is what I mean by that. Just have a look and send it in. Direct your will. Claim it. Alright. Just going to set this down. And the crystal that I chose to work with for our session, for that correspondence, is this celestial. Super pretty, and it reminds me of a turtle. Right, and celestials are quite architectural, quite structural, quite skeletal. Sometimes they're called alligator quartz, sometimes they're called skeletal quartz, and they're of my most favorite. And I thought that they would work so well with this sort of building block concept, this foundational or lowest sort of concept, as we're working to kind of stack our sessions here, focusing on the densest part of our reality, which is the physical. Alright, so I'm just going to take the celestial, setting intentions to activate it to support that foundation, and just brush it through your etheric field by proxy here, beyond time and space, supporting, connecting with that theme, that intention that you've already set, or a general if you're going for it. Just open to what is best for you, like letting your higher self determine. That's what I mean by that. Moving through, connecting with your own building blocks, your own skeleton, your own blueprints, your DNA, setting intentions to work with the structures, the formations in your system, the operations of the cells, of the functions, of the organs, of the minerals, of the processes in the body, right down to the very electrons, channeling through. Claiming perfection of these systems, claiming that divinity, that divine blueprint, that perfect function within you, calling it to the surface, refreshing, reminding the mind of the cells and organs and functions, the mind of the body, to get in line, to function so perfectly, to release, to take in, to process. All right. I'm just going to set this between your feet here. Just to kind of hold the field, helping hands here. We're going to move to the sound tool, a rattle, to break up any stagnant, dense energy, to energize the body, the cells, and to create a gust of wind, like a butterfly flapping its wings, an opportunity for change, a door opening, perhaps as well as a door closing, a time travel of sorts, or an energetic travel of sorts, lining up with that magnetism of your manifestations to bring you into that space, into that alignment. Okay, start over your head. And go all around you. Circling around your body, and then we're going to go the other way, just connecting with the dualistic nature, the ebb and flow. We're going to focus on the soles of your feet. The ankles, the knees, the hips, the palms, wrists, elbows, shoulders, I'm just going to walk behind you and go down the back of your neck, down your spine. All the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, from the top of your head now, down the back of your head, back of your neck, all the way down your spine, all the way to your tailbone. Right. And because the rattle is knocking some energy loose, is clearing up some blockages, some stagnation, we're going to move through, focusing on the center of the body first, through the crown, through the brow, through the center of the body, the throat, neck, down through the chest, through the abdominal area, all the way down through the torso. Clearing, allowing the salt to clear, to pull out all that was knocked loose. And again, I'm going to go around the back of your head here, your back, or the top of the head, and now just down behind the back of the head, back of your neck, down through between the shoulder blades, and again, all the way down the spine. Clearing out any blockage, any obstacle, any trapped energy, or trapped program. Alright, now we're going to work through the palms. Wrists. Elbows. And shoulders. Clearing any weights from the space in your body. We're going to focus on the hips. Taking out any false fear, any insecurity, any trapped energy here, any anger. Going down to the knees, taking out that rigidity, that discomfort with being flexible, with the path changing. Because the path has to change for your manifestations. You can't stay exactly where you are if you're creating something else. Issues associated with the past or how you feel about the past, issues associated with the future or how you feel about navigating the future. All clearing the ankles, clearing any issues here, any blockages that had to do with how you felt supported, how you feel supported. By the environment, by your upbringing, by the external, supported by the external. If you're telling yourself over and over again that you don't have support, you've never had support, I don't want to validate that with you, of course, but we gotta work around it, right? So focusing now on the soles of the feet, the foot palms, we could say, and just clearing those receptors so you can really connect with that earth energy, to really ground, to let that electric combustion sort of happen from the soles of your feet. And I'm just going to put these below your feet as if you're standing on them. They're quite comfy. I mean, I wouldn't want to slam my foot on it, but it'll be okay in the arch of your foot. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to just do a bit of channeling here, focusing to call in this harmonizing. Some of you may need to be built up to raise the connection that you have to momentum and your excitement and your connection with all of this. All of this isn't, all of this. All that is, all we can touch, all we can hold, all we can mold in the physical. As well as some of you might need to cool down. Maybe you're trying too hard. Maybe you're pushing up against the wall or having a fight, like fighting something. And the harder you push against it, the harder it pushes back. So you just want to call in that balance, that harmonizing when it comes to the connection you have in the physical, to channel through, down through first the center core of the body, pouring in this fresh energy. And as we've already worked through the meridians and the joints, you should be feeling quite flowy. You should feel, even just through a sense of comfort, a release, or almost sometimes a euphoric or excited feeling, or a calmness, a connected sense, if you will. And we're just channeling this through. One more time, like a glowing light beaming out from the deepest core of your physical essence. Electrons all functioning beautifully, perfectly, in alignment with love, in alignment with your soul, with what's important to you. And I'm just going to anoint my hands. I have this. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if you can see it. This musk oil. I just want to be careful because I don't want to overdo it. Bring that heat, focusing on the core of the earth, focusing on that magma, that primordial matter, and focusing on the layers of the earth, what we imagine as the layers of the earth. I mean, you might very well know the layers of the earth in a scientific sense, but even if that's a little gray for you right now, just focus on what you imagine these layers of the earth to be, all the way out to the edges of the earth, the crust of the earth, pulling out from the core, pulling out into space, seeing the earth in front of you, in your mind's eye. And now shifting focus to focus on your heart. And I'm going to channel through and just sort of gently press. Focus on your heart, just as you were the core of the earth, the core of you, your primordial essence, your space of all possibility, all potential. Pull out more, witness the layers of yourself, your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual. All these layers of who you are, all these facets of self, pulling out and out and out and out until you can see yourself in your mind's eye. And just know that as you are kind to yourself, it's a magic of sorts. You are also kind to the earth. And as you care, comb your hair, or put your lotion on, or just take a bath, or get a nap, or say kind things to yourself, there's a correspondence of earth magic as you're caring for the material, you're caring for your matter, your vehicle. Okay. Just channeling through to ground that connection into you. You are the earth. You're more than just matter, but right here, you are a magnet to all that you desire. You are an artiste. You are a creator. You're channeling this from these highly imaginative fields, creating, sharing for this earth experience. How freaking cool. Just channeling through with so much love, seeing you in my mind's eye in beautiful, perfect, supportive, loving, perfectly aligned relationships. Seeing you creating, seeing you inspired, seeing you healthy, whole, stable, having all the resources you might need or require for your well-being, but beyond that too, for your creations. Alright, just gonna go around locking this in. Not locking in it's probably not the best word, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Tuning this in, pulling this through, surrounding you. Just gonna reach behind your neck, down your back here, around you. Just very enveloped in a cozy, grounded, safe, powerful energy. Right? I go by Lunanate, and what I'm creating for you today is a energy work, ASMR style session, remote proxy, distance energy work session with the theme of the emotions. We're stacking our sessions here in the way that I'm creating them anyway. So we're going to be specifically working in the emotional realms, the emotional bodies, healing in the emotions, empowering the emotions, manifesting through them, working with them, letting them serve us instead of, say, getting taken out to sea by them or up and down on this really chaotic sort of, forgive me, I hope this isn't insulting, but sort of like manic experience that, can be fun sometimes when we're up, but then when we're low, it's a bit probably not so fun. So we're just going to work in this realm, and I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that this serves you, but we'll start with our candle, of course. This one's almost empty, but there's still some juice in there. And I feel like the bottoms of the candles are the most potent. So, having some incense matches. Take one. Light our candle. Setting our intention on behalf of the highest and greatest good and perfect comfort, perfect alignment. Our intention with this session is to support your emotional well-being, your emotional comprehension, your empowerment in your emotions. Your emotions do not need to control you, right? We don't have to be tossed around and our power sort of taken away by those ups and downs. Additionally, if you're in a state of apathy at this point, if you're feeling kind of like, I don't feel anything, I don't know what you're talking about, ups and downs, this is just nothingness, then I'd love to work with a duality here in our intention to allow you to experience your emotions, because they are a very important part of the earth-based experience that we're all going through here. Alright, we want to heal, release any trapped emotions, allow them to flow, allow them to be something that supports you versus something that keeps you stuck in any way or keeps you from experiencing something. I know many people who, won't go on with something or, back out of something just because they're afraid of what their emotions might be when they get there. And by that, they start feeling those things that might not even happen now, right? So it's a very interesting field to work in here. So we're going to be doing some clearing, some supporting, but again, of course, the ultimate here is your empowerment. If you have your own intention you would like to set in correspondence with our theme today, please do. Please have a little look at this light, this flame, feel the warmth, gaze, and just send it in. I'm going to let it totally burn out, so get all that juicy, powerful energy of the bottom of the candle to send for you. Great. Wonderful. Thank you. The stone we'll be working with for this session is an opal. A beautiful blue, very soft blue opal. I hope you can see it. It's truly gorgeous. It really looks like a wave frozen in time or something. Just gorgeous. Opals are a very watery stone, like they have water in them, which is just so cool. And I love the matrix this is on as well. So we're going to connect with the stone and begin to just sense in your body or in your consciousness or in your emotional fields. Is there any area you need to focus on? Is there anything that comes up? I guess is a better way to say that. We're just going to brush this in, brush it in, brush it through. Allow the tides to come in and out, the rain to fall, the waterfall, the stream, the force, the gentleness, the mist, just moving through your emotional body, setting intentions to connect with your emotional body here, and just beginning a little bit of the work, combing through, stirring, allowing anything that's ready, anything you're ready for, to bubble to the surface, to bubble up and shift through, out of your gaze, passing through your consciousness is what I mean by that, passing through your awareness. We're going to channel in this wave and allow the release, the waves out and out, out and in, rolling waves, stirring it up, only that what you're ready for, to release, to move through you. It's quite soothing if we surrender a little bit here for the intention of moving. It can be kind of paradoxical, right? Surrender or, act on it, direct it. But when it comes to the first part of the emotional workings, you want to surrender to it. Let yourself get hit with it. Let yourself dive under it. Trust that the storm passes, the wave passes, and it kind of rights you. ship. In and out. In and out. In and out. All right. Very good. So the sound tool that we're going to be working with for this theme is this water koshi bell. I get a lot of asked questions where to get one. I got this from Amazon. It wasn't some secret store. Koshi, okay? And we're just gonna allow this sort of, it's not a rain stick, but this sort of fluid sounding chimes just kind of wash around us. Use a little spray. This is lavender, grapefruit, cedarwood. this all around you. I'm just gonna aim behind you first. To your side here. Other side. And over your head. I don't want to get you in the eye. Okay. And then around you in a big circle. And then over you like an arch. Okay, so I think one of the most triggering things someone can say to me sometimes is, "Are you okay?" or "How are you?" There's something about that just, if I'm not, even if I say yes or if I say no, it stirs something in me. And I wonder, probably a lot of us feel that way. So I'm just gonna ask you, loved one, how are you? I'm just channeling through here, okay? How are you? Where are you at right now? Is everything okay? How are you feeling? And just think about it. Know that this is a safe place for you to have anything come up, or if you want to just talk to me here, or write a comment even, just let it come out. Validate what you're feeling. It's so important. Are you stressed? Are you worried? You feel a little fried emotionally? Are you numb? Just channeling through. Just validate. Tell me about it, okay? Get it off your chest. Tell me about it. And let it move through you. As you speak it out loud and you say, "I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm not good." Or, "I'm wonderful. Thanks for asking." And yeah, everything's going really good. I've been feeling really confident. I've been feeling really excited, and there's so much to be excited for. So, wherever you're at in the spectrum, just in whatever way, whether you see yourself in your head speaking, just let it out, validate it, and I'm just gonna gently guide it out. Not a strong pull or pluck, just some support. So we know we're kind of really emptying this, really letting it kind of come out by the entirety of it. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel how you've been feeling, because a lot of times we don't let ourselves. Okay. Just keep letting it out. I'm going to send in some love. Channeling through, seeing you as the divine, empowered being that you are embodied here. Not without challenges. Just guiding this out. Okay. Don't you feel lighter? When it passes, you'll feel so much better. Okay. There you go. I'm gonna do some anointing. Here we're going to kind of attune to being empowered through our emotions, or sometimes in spite of our emotions. I'm just going to put some on my finger here. Okay. Put it on both. This This is a Mayan Opal from Deshamsia if you're interested. I'm just going to put this on your brow. Attuning, focusing how your emotional space is something that guides you. It serves to alert you, an indicator. But it doesn't control you. It doesn't run your life. You're not run down by it. They're just feelings. And I don't mean that as if they're small, but they're just feelings, okay? I'm going to focus on the sacral too with this anointment. And just bridge between consciousness of mind and thought and higher mind and body and instinct, primal forces and emotions. Just harmonizing these together to again keep you attuned to the empowerment of your emotions. Now go the other way and back. Just moving through this two-way street here. I'm gonna anoint your temples. Just like my hands. And we're gonna move through. Just carrying out that attunement all around you, so you're not only experiencing it within your subtle body, your emotional body, but also in the field around you, just to help support that. Okay, so lovely. Just gonna do a little more spray all around this field. This is a vanilla kisses. It's really lovely. Kind of aiming it at me because I want to go around you and I don't want to spray you in the face. We're working on your field here. I'm gonna go around the back of you. And again, I'm just gonna spray my hands. Just channel through whatever it is, whatever you're experiencing, or just to kind of like even, forgive me for saying it this way, but like a leveling up of how you connect and experience your emotions, how you process them, or how you utilize them, how you allow them to guide you. They are a compass. They are an indicator. It is not that they are not real, but they are not permanent. They are not tangible. They are not, although don't get me wrong, I mean, I know emotions can cause an upset stomach or, a cry that gives you a headache or all kinds of things, right? But what I mean is they can't hurt you. They are something you can mold. They are something you can influence yourself as well. So we're just building upon our foundation here, working through the emotional plane to give you a sort of EQ, a sort of resiliency here, again, empowerment through these fields and spaces. Okay. I'd love for you to just take one moment before we say goodbye today to focus on an emotion you would love to feel. Maybe you're feeling it right now and it's easy. Maybe it's like, okay, yeah, sure. So whatever you can do here, something like joy, something like gratitude, appreciation, something like hope, something like love. And just do your best to practice it like an actor would, because this is a field we can manipulate, we can influence. I really don't know a field that we can't influence. So connect with that feeling of love or joy or appreciation, gratitude, and eagerness and excitement, whatever it might be. And just practice it right now. Let yourself, like, if you're in a room full of people, how would they see you as you're feeling this? Is it a little sly smile? Are you just beaming? Are you sitting peacefully? How would you observe this emotion in you? You can use a memory or just create it on your own. We're just going to wrap you up in this and anchor it in. All around you. Just gently through. I go by Luna Neat, and what I'm creating for you today is a distance energy work, Reiki, with ASMR style session, working in the realms of the mental plane, the mental body. Alright, working on empowering thought, interpretation, grounded consciousness, as opposed to like dream consciousness or like out there consciousness, the intelligence of this lifetime, I guess is what I'm trying to say when I'm speaking of the mental body here and our mental focus. Alright, we're getting more and more subtle as we move through these layers. We're going to be setting an intention with the candle here. And I have some incense matches. So we're going to light our candle, set our intention. On behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort, perfect alignment, our intention today is to work on the mental body, mental plane, mental field, your halo here, to support reprogramming, to release limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs, to work on our interpretation of the constant lessons that we are experiencing in this life experience, to work to empower our train of thought and our interpretation, to potentially, for example, not take things so personally, so our energy is less affected and we can focus on our path and what is right for us instead of being distracted or manipulated in some cases, of course, too, is right as well, right? So if you have your own intention that you would like to set in accordance with all is mind, the mind is so incredibly powerful, and the beauty of it is you are in control of it. I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but you're in control of your thoughts. And if we continue to develop that muscle, we can work to find opportunities, find solutions, find the empowering channel, the empowering pathway, so that whatever we experience, it's not that, oh yeah, no, that doesn't bother me, I'm going this way. Sorry, I can't help you going this way. It's not about that at all. It's about not getting bogged down mentally or, again, manipulated mentally or seeing ourselves as less than what we're capable of. It's about an integrity of the mind, an integrity of our mental field and our mental bodies, so that we can navigate and lead and be supportive and be sovereign and move in ways that are most, again, aligned to ourselves, our journeys, but also, of course, like for the good of man, like for the good of humanity, for the good of the planet, and all that encompasses it. So, again, I'll just hold it here for you to set your own intention. This is not one of my candles. I just found it. I was like, oh my gosh, let me use that candle. Looks cute. And I'll just let you send in your wish or your will, how you'd like to direct this session. Alright, thank you. The stone that I have today for this session, I recently went to a gem and mineral show, and this is the only thing I got for myself. It's a beautiful apatite in matrix, or many little apatite pieces in a matrix. So beautiful. What? You can see the back. Well, I guess there's no back really, but what I've been treating is the back. And here, so pretty. Rub it on your crown. But I thought that this would be so very perfect. Just coincidence that it's new to me, because I think that when I work with apatite, yes, it's a golden sort of color, almost like a green, like slightly greenish yellow. And I love to use yellows with the mental field. So it has a strong sense of self, has a strong independence to it, this stone. And I think that in correspondence with the mental field just is going to work so perfectly together. Or the mental layers, I guess I should say. So again, I'm just connecting to support, channeling through, to empower, to reclaim. Like, this is my space. Like, this is my mind. These are my thoughts. I am in control here. There are no buts, you know? It's not a I'm in control, but it's an I'm in control and I believe in myself. Sorry, I'm getting a little heated. I'll cool it down. But it's something I'm very passionate about, you know? So I'm going to start over your head and begin to cast a halo around your head. gorgeous light, this golden light. And I like to do everything both ways. Working with the two-way channel here. Everything can move both ways. Alright. I'm gonna focus through the mind. Channeling through. Just know how capable you are. I'm gonna start right there. To fill the mind with empowering thoughts. You are a sovereign creature. A sovereign beastie. You are independent in thought. You can weigh pros and cons. You can feel what's best for you. Sure, we want to honor that, of course. There's many other ways that we're interpreting and experiencing, of course, but you can think about it. You can draw from your experience. You can read about it. You can research. You can meditate and focus on what's best for you. And of course, the intelligence within, the higher knowing within you, the discernment. You are capable of anything. I would love for us to clear all thoughts, all encroachments of the mental plane, cleared, released, like a bolt of lightning, like a flash, like a sun beaming through the clouds and hitting you right in the head. Sorry, that doesn't sound relaxing the way I said it, but this empowerment, this knowing, this intelligence that can interpret, that can read between the lines, that can tell when you're being manipulated or someone's trying to pull one over on you or control you, or use other methods to manipulate you. You can pick up on it. And we want to declare the mental field as sovereign, as yours. Of course, you don't need me to do that for you. But sometimes we do need to reclaim that for ourselves. So let me at least offer that opportunity to reclaim your mental fields, your mental body. I'm sorry I bumped you a little. Channeling through. All through you. So that it comes out not just in thought, but in all expression of you. In how you carry yourself, how you navigate, how you hold your boundaries. You discern this, and you hold boundaries, you release, you let go, you take on, or call to the surface more of that which is what you wish to embody or be more of in your life. Channeling through. So lovely. Right, so our sound tool for this session, this theme, is a Mercury tuning fork. 141.27 hertz. I'm gonna go over the head. First start in the center. Right in your head. Mercury is fast. Mercury is communication, messenger. So my beautiful friend Ashtara sent me the most lovely incense. So I'm gonna light this for us. We're just gonna move this through all around you. A little distance here. Just moving through the mental field, purifying, empowering, and offering. This lovely, lovely sacred smoke. Into the mind. So spooky and lovely. I'm gonna walk around you, just fanning up and down through the body as well, the mind of the cells, the mental body all in and around you, back of the mind, right at the back of your head, the base of your neck, base of your skull, where your neck and skull meet, down your spine. And then again around you, up and down, up and down, down. Go, really push it in, push it through. We're just gonna send in a little more channeling through, holding the most empowered intentions for you, for your mental field. I'm telling you, when this stuff is like in that sweet spot, and it doesn't mean that you have to be in some godly state, or this like thing that we might think, but you will have ideas, like big ideas, meaningful ideas, deep understanding, revelations. and the smoke. And just channel through, seeing the pathways of the mind rework if they are on a disempowering trail, and just channeling through, seeing that golden halo around you, seeing you pull from this knowledge, this knowing that you have, that you are in control here. You can feed your mental field. You can work with it in such a way you can truly change your life if there's something you're looking for. You can truly rewrite your story, truly redesign your avatar. All is mind, perspective, mental and spiritual alchemy. So powerful to work with. If you feel called to read some books, I would highly recommend working with this session and taking some kind of lesson on, whether that's a book you want to read, or an audiobook, or a YouTube video that teaches you in some way. Work in the physical with an action such as that, and work in the energetic with these sort of intentions. Right. I'm just going to anoint my hands to move through the auric field. Move through the subtle layers of the aura or of the subtle body, connecting specifically with the mental field, attuned to sovereignty, attuned to independent thought, not in a rigid sense. I learned something from other people all the time, right? We all do. But just tuning in. I go by Luna Needs, and what I'm creating for you today is a energy work session by proxy with ASMR to support your spiritual essence, your spiritual connection. No one needs someone else to connect them to spirit, you know what I mean? That is you. It was with you before you were born. Some of you might agree with, depending on our schools of thought, of course, but in my belief, it was with you before you were born, it is with you now, will be with you as you continue into your next journey. That said, though, sometimes we disconnect, or we have a harder time, connecting with our spiritual nature. And I'd love to include here, when I say spiritual, I mean subtle, I don't mean necessarily God, I certainly don't mean religion, unless that's part of your spirituality, right? But I mean that which is you, that is not touchable, not fully comprehensible, the you that is beyond, the part of all of us that is beyond. So I hope that you enjoy. We will begin, as always, with setting our intention. I have here a candle that I crafted. Looks like this. Hope you can see. The wick got a little smooshed. In fact, I'm going to trim the wick a little. I think they smell so yummy. So, I'm honored to share this candle with you. Using again my incense matches. Hello. On behalf of the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and perfect alignment. Our intention with this session is to support our connection to our spiritual self, the spirit body, the you that is not exactly explainable, the you that is processing things behind the scenes, the you that knows more than what your consciousness knows, your highest intelligence, your cause and effect playing out, your karma, all that is unseen about you and the connection to that and how that is connected to all that is. There is nothing you could, when we're really connected to that, when we're in that yummy space, perhaps through meditation or dream or self-reflection, or even in a creative state, or others, I'm sure. There is nothing that you could have or want that does not exist within you. There's nothing you could want to have. There's nothing outside of you. You are everything. You are a king. You are the fool. You are the empress. You are the magician. You are a top chef. You are a baby. Like, you are everything when you connect to that higher plane of subtle, and how that subtle is connected to everything. That might be a little overwhelming for some of you, so dial it back in whatever way is most comfortable, of course. But from this state, we can really achieve a sort of peace, a sort of nirvana, if you will, euphoria, just stillness and appreciation and comfort within ourselves, because no matter how limited we might feel in the physical, or how tossed around by our emotions we may feel, or how intrusive our thoughts may become at times, when we can connect beyond that to that very fine layer, that etheric, kind of layer, we can connect with the pureness of us, the pureness of love, the pureness of the universe, the beauty of it all, and really connecting with that and then bringing it back down, all the way down to the physical, all the way down to your embodiment, can have just truly, from my personal experience, like truly tremendous impact in our lives. So we're setting that intention to connect and touch, or imagine, or just allow that stream, that richness of the beyond, in, of course, exclusively benevolent ways, of course, to be felt, be experienced, be more easily connected to. That's kind of the gist of it. And if you have your own intention, something that speaks to you in all of this, from that high point, we can shift realities like that. We can make huge changes. We can, forgive me for saying it this way, but we can save the world. You know what I mean? You can do anything. But it kind of starts there with that purity trickling down through, that divinity embodied through you. So in whatever way you would like to set an intention, I want to just hold this opportunity for you to gaze, to send it in, to have this experience, and carry it with you, day by day, moment by moment. Right. Thank you. Pretty candles. I'm going to be using this super beautiful amethyst. I don't even know what you would call this. I guess kind of a cluster, but it's a bit different. It's like a collection of points here. I'm trying to see where the light is better for you. I'm so sorry. It has these gorgeous phantoms, like, oh my gosh, so yummy. We're gonna connect and channel through, and starting over the crown, carrying down through for the correspondence of the finest, down through the layers, through the mental, the emotional, the physical, all the way down to the experience. So you just want to connect. Amethyst is just such a great stone for this. Channeling through, sending in, awakening within you, if it was ever harder to connect with, the you that has existed and will exist, the you that never, ever, ever has to be afraid of anything, the you that can connect with ultimate love so easily, the you that can connect with love of self so easily, with appreciation, with wonder. With the deepest, the most profound of healing, empowerment, channeled through, carried through, moving through, always there. You don't need me or anyone else to connect you, but I hope that I can help. It's still nice to be reminded. Okay, I'm just gonna rub on your crown, kind of like this. I'm just gonna tap down your body. using this crown crystal singing bowl to work as the sound tool for this session. As you hear this sound, this beautiful frequency, just imagine it like cutting through everything, cutting through anything that ever, in any way, you don't have to know what it is either, anything in any way that ever disconnected you from your limitlessness. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we're going to use this light shining within you, just like you're in the dark with your flashlight, perhaps exploring a pyramid, a house, a forest. Perhaps you're under the water exploring a cave, looking for something that you know is there, but you can't quite find it. You can't quite explain it. And as you look and look and look, you begin to notice where you're looking is illuminated. Everything you look at, all directions, under every rock, in every corner, becomes illuminated. You realize that the light comes from you, from your awareness, from your experience, from the way it makes you feel, from the way you catalog it, the way you make sense of it, the practical implications of it, and all. And as you continue to explore this thought, you can see inside of you is a light that never needs a battery, never needs a charge. It's the light of your soul. It is your eternal being. It is your eternal nullness. It is your divinity here. And as you continue to look and look and look, it all lights up. Everything makes sense. You can make sense of this craziness, of this world, of this life, because of the light within you. You are the fire that burns with all fire. You are the creator. You are your neighbor. You are your dreams, and you're not. You are here in this body, on this earth, watching this video, and you're beyond it. And there's just such a beautiful, sacred light within you. Pure, true, not burning off of anything, just burning, just there, the eternal. Okay, just remember that always. Little light. Okay, I'm just gonna use a little frankincense. We're just gonna channel through. Just anchoring in the reminder all around you, in your Merkaba. You are sacred, you are whole, you are beyond all that we could even imagine. You are divinely beautiful, loving, pure, and I don't mean that in a judgmental way. You're important, and you're a part of everything. I'm just gonna move through, connecting that spiritual essence of you to the outer realms of you, the subtle realms, subtle bodies, excuse me. You're a divine creature here. You were before, and you will always be. Grounding it in, moving through that channel, down, 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 through you. That essence is not just in your dreams, not just in your meditative mind. It can be experienced through you always, in very beautiful, very powerful ways. Well, I just want to thank you so very much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path tonight. And thank you so, so much for being such a significant part of mine. Truly, thank you, thank you, thank you. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine.